Unbelievable. Jeremy Fowler released another one of his rankings this morning, the offensive tackles. Tyron Smith wasn't on the list. I'm pissed. Let's talk about it. Zoinks! It is unequivocally the Super Bowl for New York Jet fans.
Field Yates, baby. Field Gashguard Yates. Let's bring him on the show.
Come on, people. Connor Rogers is joining the show. What's up, Connor? But Trevor Gashguard Sycamore, baby, for me, personally, my favorite New York Jet of all time.
Wow, it's great to be on. What an intro that was right there.
Paul, nobody does an intro like you, man.
Paul, you give the best intro of literally any podcast that I've ever been.
I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas. So pissed. We'll get to it. I'm Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcast. Jeremy Fowler released another edition of his ESPN rankings today, which revealed the top 10 offensive tackles in the NFL right now. We have an article in the YouTube description down below where I share my thoughts of why Tyron Smith was completely overlooked. He was not featured in the top 10, and it pisses me off quite. And it takes a lot to piss me off. I'll be honest. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to anger me. I'm normally very laid back. Chutzpah, zoinks. No, sir. Not this morning. I'm pissed. What in the flying hoot? It makes no sense. Let me explain. Jeremy Fowler, again, top 10 offensive tackle rankings. It's not a 5-year projection. It's not even a lifetime achievement award. By the way, if it was, Tyron Smith would win that because he is the most accomplished and decorated offensive tackle in the NFL right now with 8 Pro Bowls, 5 All-Pros, and he's part of the NFL's 2010s All-Decade team. But it's not a lifetime achievement award, and I don't need it to be. Folks, let me explain this in layman's terms, okay? There are exactly 4 offensive tackles every year that earn an All-Pro. Only 4. It's a left tackle, right tackle, first team All-Pro, and it's a backup left tackle, right tackle, that's second team All-Pro. That's how it works. In the Pro Bowl, your grandma could get in as a 12th alternate. There's no alternates for the All-Pro. The list is the list. There's no imaginary game played. If you just make the list, it's just showing you the respect for what you just did. 4, again, offensive tackles on a year-to-year basis get an All-Pro. Tyron Smith was one of the 4 guys on the list. 4 guys on the list were named an All-Pro last year, and Tyron Smith was one of them. Here are the 4. Let's dive on in. Okay. Let's go to the first team All-Pro. We'll go there first. Okay. Left tackle Trent Williams of the San Francisco 49ers. Pretty damn good. And then Penei Sewell of the Detroit Lions. That's your left tackle and right tackle on the first team this past year. Let's go to the second team. Tyron Smith and Lane Johnson of the Philadelphia Eagles. And I can't be more blunt. That All-Pro is the highest honor you can receive on your play. It's not Pro Bowl. It's not this or that. It's All-Pro. It's an elite club, an elite list. And you want to know what's funny? Not funny like, funny. Am I funny like a clown? Like a clown? No. Not that funny. Just kind of funny to mention that 3 of the 4 people that were named in All-Pro this past season, they were featured on the list. They were featured on ESPN Jeremy Fowler's list. Those 3 guys I mentioned. Trent Williams, he was on the list. Penei Sewell, he was on the list. Lane Johnson, he was on the list. But the 4th guy, Tyron Smith, not on the list, not featured in the top 10. But he was mentioned in the honorable mention section, which is what you want. If you're going to you're on a date, and then you're the girl you're dating is just like, you're on my honorable mention. You're not among the top 10 I've ever had, but you're honorable mention. Is there any solace in that? Absolutely not. An honorable mention is a fuck you list. That's what that is. I mean, honorable mention. No. This isn't a blue ribbon at the the freaking local fair contest. This is about medals, baby. And Tyron Smith should be on this gosh darn list. Trent Williams is ranked number 1 on the list. Okay, he's pretty good. Penny Sewell's number 2. Okay, there's another one of those All-Pros. Let me scroll. Lane Johnson. 3 of the All-Pros last year are all inside the top 5. Tyron Smith doesn't make the top 10. And by the way, let me just comb through this list a little bit, if I may. Let me just take a gander here at some of the guys on the. Well, let me tell you what they said in the honorable mention section for Tyron Smith. Quote, he's still great when he's out there. It's more of a durability and age thing at this point, but I thought he played really well last year. He's got to be a Hall of Famer. Yeah, he is a Hall of Famer, so check that off. Random, anonymous NFL coordinator that said that to Jeremy Fowler. So he seems to be suggesting that the reason he didn't make the top 10 was durability and age. Tyron, of course, 33 years of age. And, the injuries. He only appeared in 13 games last year. 13, that's all. Only 13. Okay. So that's why he didn't make the list. Okay, well, let's go to number 10 on the list. What? Wait a second here. Ronnie Stanley, he hasn't played in more than 13 games in any of the last 4 years. Wait a second. Wait a second. You just said that the reason Tyron Smith didn't make the list was because of durability issues? However, the first guy in front of him hasn't appeared in 13 plus games in 4 years, yet he makes the list? What the hell, man? What? How does that make any gosh darn sense? That makes no sense. How is Ronnie Stanley on the list? How is he on the list? Okay, let's try to scroll up. Andrew Thomas, a hamstring injury cost him 7 games last year, which means he only played in 10. Another durability guy, and he's higher on the list? What the hell? Tyron Smith played in more games last year than him, and this is even more impressive, that again, you only get 4 All-Pros. 4 on a year-to-year basis. And Tyron Smith, in 13 games, he missed 4 games. And he was so impressive in his 13 sample times that he still made the list over guys who played all 17. You want to know what that means? That's because he was that damn good. What the heck? Another guy. Another one where he's not included on the list. Andrew Thomas, injured. Are you freaking kidding me here? We go through the list? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Let's go to another guy on this list. I just want to make sure I have this correct with another guy who's on this list. Okay. That's what I thought. Okay. So we scroll up the list. There's Christian Darrisaw of the Minnesota Vikings. He's number 6 on the list. He hasn't made a Pro Bowl or an All-Pro in any of his years. However, he's a Pro Bowl caliber, quote unquote. Okay. So a guy that in your imaginary fairyland should be considered in the Pro Bowl, should be considered for All-Pros, but hasn't been, is number 6 on the list. Are you freaking kidding me? What is this list? You just said in the intro that this is not a 5-year projection and it's not a lifetime achievement award. It's not projecting. So grab the word potential and bend over and I'll show you where you can stick it. And no, I'm not talking to you. Okay? How the hell does that make any sense? You say one thing and you do another. One thing on the list. It's not about projection. Yet over here, we're talking about potential. A guy that has no Pro Bowls and no All-Pros. That's fine. If we even want to throw the Pro Bowl thing out, because I get it. Again, there could be 12th alternates. By the way, Tyron Smith in all 8 of his Pro Bowls was just, he was the first guy mentioned. He wasn't an alternate for anybody. But if you want to throw the Pro Bowl thing out, fine. We can virtually agree to shake our hands on that one and throw it out. But no All-Pros either. So that means he hasn't been better than Tyron Smith over a multi-year span, let alone last season. Last season, Tyron Smith was a second-team All-Pro. I remember how many Jet fans gave me crap. If you watch the videos leading up to free agency, one of my top targets was Tyron Smith, and I said that he unlocks the entire offseason for the New York Jets. And people said, oh, well, your dad's a Cowboys fan. That's why you're caping for Tyron Smith. No, it's a facts and results-oriented business. I was caping for Tyron Smith because he was that damn good. The facts are the facts. He is a superstar, and he's going to be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame when he decides to retire. 5 years after, boop, first team All-Pro. Guarantee. He's in. He's a walking Hall of Famer right now. But again, when the Jet fans said, hey, Paul, oh, he's just another Dwayne Brown. Dwayne Brown, with all due respect, couldn't hold Tyron Smith's jockstrap, okay? He couldn't hold Tyron Smith's jockstrap. He had a fine career for him and his family and all the money he made, but he's not anywhere close, not in the same stratosphere, galaxy, to Tyron friggin' Smith, okay? So the Jet fans have just said, he's another Dwayne Brown. He ain't another Dwayne Brown. Again, Dwayne Brown couldn't hold his jockstrap. That's how good Tyron Smith is. An elite guy. Absolutely elite. It's ridiculous. Absolutely bonkers. Tyron Smith wasn't in a top 10. He should be top 5, let alone top 10. And he didn't make either. Honorable mention. People are sleeping on this guy. I'm telling you, they are sleeping on Tyron Smith. He had an awesome career, and he's awesome right now. Absolutely freaking elite right now. How about this? Let me give you a stat. Here's a stat. Okay. Out of every offensive tackle in the entire National Football League last season, Tyron Smith was the number one. That means no one was above him. Pass protector in the league, according to the PFF grades. Number 1, above everyone on the list. Top max, Tyron Smith. How do you explain that? The number 1 pass protector in the NFL, which is a passing league, number 1, Tyron Smith didn't make the top 10. Okay. Bet. Okay. That's a chip on the shoulder. Okay. That's cool. All right. That's it. That's fine. That's dandy. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Let's not put Tyron Smith on the list, of course. That'd be crazy. But let's put all these other guys on the list. And I've already named multiple. Christian Darrisaw, get the hell out of here. Andrew Thomas, get the hell out of here. In terms of Tyron Smith, get the hell out of here. He's a good player, but get the hell out of here. No way, man. No way. Ronnie Stanley, get the hell out of here. Stop it. Talking to me about injuries. You're talking to me about it. Shut up. Get the hell out of here. Unfriggin' believable. Hell, I was talking with Jared before the show on Twitter because I tweeted and Instagrammed this out. I was steaming. I'm still steaming. It pisses me off. How in the hell does Tyron Smith not make the top 10? Again, you can make a very, very strong argument. He's top 5. He's that top 10? So I was talking with Jared before the show. He's like, Jets bias? He wasn't even on the Jets when he accomplished this feat. It was the Cowboys. He hasn't played a game yet for the Jets. What the hell? Unbelievable. I mean, get out. Get out of here. I have not been more pissed about one of these rankings than I am right now because I had a few different things. I have 4 or 5 topics I want to get to at some point, and I'm sure we'll get to all of them before training camp. And I'm like, you know what? Let me look around the league because I want to make sure I didn't miss anything last night. I went to bed early. Let me take a gander around. And I went, the offensive tackle rankings are out. And I said to myself, where'd Tyron Smith rank? And I'm going, scroll. I'm like, no way. I get to honorable mention. I see Tyron Smith's ass in the honorable mention. I said, I know what I'm talking about on today's show. That bullshit. Unbelievable. I hope that if Tyron Smith sees that, I tagged him on Instagram. If he sees that, I hope that's his reaction. Scoff. Okay. Dumb. And I hope Jet fans appreciate it. So apparently ESPN does not, obviously. And it's not Jeremy Fowler's fault. Again, he's just polling the people. There's 80 coaches, scouts, and league executives that he all polled to get these results. So I'm not trying to bash Jeremy Fowler here. He's been on the show before. I'm sure he'll be on the show again here in the coming weeks. But what gives, man? What gives? It makes no sense. The other members of the All-Pro team are all on there, but Tyron isn't. What kind of discrimination is this? Why in God's green earth would he not be on the list if the other 3 are? If some of the other 3 weren't, then okay. Let's try to understand why they weren't. But all 3 were. All 3 were top 5. All three were top 5. The 4 All-Pros on a year-to-year basis, 3 of the 4 from last season were on. The only guy who's not on is Tyron Smith. That makes no sense. This is a list for right now. Tyron Smith is the reigning, defending PFF pass blocking champion in the league. Again, the reigning, defending, number 1 pass protector by PFF Pro Football Focus grades. It's Tyron Smith. He's number 1. He was a second-team All-Pro this past season. I'm just, it pisses me off, man. That grinds my gears. Absolutely. Someone pissed in my Cheerios. This morning, I was going to have a nice, wonderful bowl of Cheerios, and someone just took a big piss in it. Unbelievable. Freaking Tyron Smith hate. Boy, and you know what? We're live or shortly live. Like the news happened and boom, we were live. I was sitting at my computer, boop, boop, and we were live. A few minutes. Connor was first, and then boop, boop, I was on. And we didn't know the contract details when Tyron Smith signed. But I was willing to pay the iron price to get Tyron Smith because he just unlocked everything else. You have a locked-in left tackle, one of the best of all time and one of the best in the game right now playing. And that opened up the possibilities, of course, with the 10th overall pick, which ended up being the 11th overall pick after a mini trade down. And you could do anything now. And then they traded for Morgan Moses. And all of a sudden, the whole offseason unlocked because of Tyron Smith. Take Tyron Smith out. Fashanu was a force pick you would have had to take to be your left tackle, or else AVT's playing left tackle, and then we're playing this jumbled-ass game of things. So he unlocked the entire offseason for the Jets. Now you could give some TLC to Olu Fashanu, let him come along on his own pace, on his own time. You got the perfect insurance policy just in case anything goes wrong. It's beautiful. And again, I go back to the live show real quick. We didn't know the money, and then I found out in the middle of the show. And what was first reported, and this often happens on social media, the max value comes out first. So you just assume, oh, wow, oh, okay, a 1-year, $20 million deal. That's a little rich, but you know what? Not too shabby. Okay, I'm willing to pay the $20 million. And then we find out it wasn't $20 million. It's $6.5 million with $13.5 million in incentives. All incentive driven. The Jets protected themselves, even if you believe that Tyron Smith is gonna, something's gonna happen, he's gonna get injured. The Jets are protected. All of that being mainly playing time incentives. There's playoffs and Super Bowl and all that jazz in there, but it's mainly playing time incentives. If it craps a bed and Tyron Smith is not available for a majority of the season, he's getting paid $6.5 million. That's it. Whatever. You would rather not, especially me, I wouldn't like to see $6.5 million lit on fire, but you're protected. It's not like you have $15 million invested. The Jets protected themselves with the construct of this deal. The contract is perfect. Tyron Smith even said it at his introductory Jets press conference, initially on Zoom and eventually in person. He said, hey, I know what I am, and that's more than fair. I will prove myself. It's proper motivation. It's piece of meat hanging in front in the, on the treadmill. It's right there for Tyron. He can, if he balls out, he will get his money. And Jet fans would happily give it to him. Okay, phenomenal. Take it, pal. You did what you were supposed to do. It just pisses me off that people overlook Tyron Smith. Fellow Jet fans did. They told me, Paul, can we stop? It's not realistic. Shut up. Or, he's just a bag of injuries. He's just another Dwayne Brown. Oh, that bothered me. And that wanted I wanted Tyron Smith even more to shut those people up. So it was fellow Jet fans. It was NFL people. It was everybody. All hating on Tyron Smith. I'm like, okay. I hope we get that guy. Because he is a baller, baby. Tyron Smith is the real deal. And maybe y'all don't know it yet, but I hope week 1, when he's shoving Nick Bosa in a locker, okay? When he's shoving him in a locker, you're like, I'm sorry, Tyron. I wasn't aware of your game. I wasn't aware of the game of your knowledge. I wasn't aware. Okay, then he can apologize. I'll have Tyron Smith apology forms ready. I will have apology forms ready for you guys to sign that did not believe. I will have them ready. I will print them out and I will send them to you. Or digital. We could quick email. Fax, perhaps. Smoke signal. Okay, we'll see. Again, people sleeping on it. People sleeping on it. Why? I have no idea. But people sleeping on it. Christian Darrisaw, Ronnie Stanley, get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here with that nonsense. Again, we have most of the article written. I have it. You can check it out in the YouTube description. Some more of these stats and stuff. And again, it's just insulting. It's absolutely insulting. But hey, people going to hate. People going to hate, I think. I'm going to open up the phone lines so we could go right to them. Again, welcome to Boy Green Daily. Sorry, a little livid this morning. Had some extra juice here. But it just pisses me off, man. It just pisses me off. Somehow a Jet bias before a guy even plays it down for the team. Okay, I guess. All right. That doesn't make any sense. No sense whatsoever. Nope. But okay. All righty. I'll be Jim Carrey and Ace Ventura Pet Detective. All righty then. And we'll see what happens. But okay. That is the pinned message right now on youtube.com/boygreen25. Nearly 300 people in the room watching on our variety of platforms. Heavy on Jet's Facebook page, youtube.com/boygreen25, and Twitter @boygreen25. First off, I appreciate you watching if you watch anywhere. Appreciate that. But specifically, for those that watch on YouTube, make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe, share your thoughts on this Tyron Smith thing. Am I crazy? Do you agree? Where do you stand? Let us know. Let's go to the phone lines immediately. Got a bunch of people trying to call in. Let's go to Darren here on the program. What's up, Darren?
Just trying to get my hair right for the show.
Okay, there you go. Nice.
All right. Is that looking good?
Yeah, that's good. I've got your good side now.
Okay. Awesome. Dude, you need to take some blood, thinners or something, whatever helps your heart, because you're getting like way out there. We're going to get trashed by the national media every chance they get. I mean, that is what's been going on for years. We need to win a couple games.
Okay.
And when we win a couple games, then they will shut their mouths. But this offseason, they're going to trash us. We won 7 games last year. And they trash us every year because we have the New York media and we've been shit. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to swear on your show.
You can swear. We're a podcast. We're a show. You could swear if you want. Sure.
Okay. I'm going to try not to, though.
Okay.
But we've been trashed for years and years, so we get crapped on, and that's what it is. So just lower your blood pressure and just relax, and when we win a couple games, then it'll be fine. We're going to get crapped on until we do that. So that's all I got to say, Paul. Love your show, man. Love you, buddy.
Okay, thanks, brother. I appreciate it. Blood pressure medicine is maybe what I need. But I would just say this. If someone knocks on my door, I'm like, oh, must be a package. I come and open the door. They say, Paul, I'm about to kick you in the balls. So I'm like, oh, wait, what? And then he just kicks me in the balls just because I somehow knew it was coming. It doesn't make it hurt any less. It doesn't make me take my balls out of my throat any easier. It still stings like the dickens. It's a swift roundhouse kick to the testes. I mean... So, yeah, sure. Should I be aware that the national media will crap on us at every step? Sure. And we've talked about it for a lot of this offseason. I think you're right. From a team respect standpoint, sure. They got to prove it. There's a lot of doubters out there. But what did Tyron Smith do? He's only worn the Tyron Smith Jets practice jersey. What hate does he deserve? Like, it's an individual thing. It almost has nothing to do with the Jets. Quite frankly, it has nothing to do with the Jets. It shouldn't anyway. Like, why in God's green earth would he be affected? I don't know. But, okay. Blood pressure medicine, off-season, Paul, the season's coming up. We need you healthy. I understand. Good call, Darren. I love the show. And love that you love the show. I also love the show, I guess. But I'm on it, so I guess I'm a little biased from that standpoint. Anywho, let's go back to the phone lines. We got Hep joining us here on the show. Good morning, Hep.
Hey, Paul. Tyron Smith is a great value. You're talking about, $6 million? The rest is incentive-based. Not only that, the guy is a great mentor for our number 1 draft pick. I mean, that's so, talk about starting this kid off on the right foot. And, I mean, I don't understand, this is just like clickbait, exactly. They're just trying to, twist us and whatever it is. We know what we got. And I hope that Saleh uses this, the disrespect of of everyone, from Breeze uh, to all the other players that are getting trashed in the media. I hope they use it the way the Patriots used the time that they got caught with when they almost did their perfect season. Remember, it was us against the world. They turned it around. I hope we use the same kind of psychology, and just say, you know what, okay, say what you got to say. Now we're going to show up and we're going to do our talking on the field.
All right. I love that, Hap.
That's it.
All right. Good. Great call, Hap. Thanks, brother. And it's a great point by Hap. We have a Big Brother program happening at the Jets. Think about it. Sauce Gardner, Quantez Stickers, Quincy Williams, CJ Mosley, Tyron Smith, Olu Fashio, Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Travis. Go through the list, man. We got a Big Brother program happening right now where everyone is learning, and it is such a great, opportunity, respect, honor, and all that other stuff. So, yeah, I love that. Great point from Hep. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. We got EZ joining us from the couch.
Yeah, I'm on the couch. A lot of rain this week, so I didn't work a lot. I only worked 2 days, but oh well.
All right.
Shit happens, as they say.
Sure, yeah.
I'm just chilling out in my house.
I love it. This is the first time getting the Easy MTV Cribs episode. This is nice.
Well, usually I don't have the headset, and if I don't have the headset, the echo is so bad.
Oh.
You got to have the headset.
Okay. All right. I respect it. Well, thank you for grabbing the headset, pal. I appreciate you.
Yep. So how are you doing? How's your girlfriend and your kids doing?
Yeah, they're good.
Because technically there's 2.
Yeah, that's true. There is multiple. What we cleaned up the house. So like, I don't know how other people are with their eating. Normally we just kind of eat in the living room on the, the TV table. So we don't normally sit as a family at the table for whatever reason it happened. So we cleaned off the table. We were able to do board games for like the first time in forever. So I'm looking at this, got our big table here, able to do board games. So we normally don't. It's normally video games or any of that kind of stuff in the living room world. So that was nice. It was nice just to sit down. I don't get to do that a lot in my life because I'm running around all over the place for sports. So yeah, it was very nice yesterday.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
it's always good to just chill out around the house and just chill.
Exactly.
Especially if you like your house and you like your girlfriend and you like your kids.
Makes it a little easier.
Yeah, the guys that don't, you find them at the local, brewery.
Right. Yeah, the watering hole. Oh yeah.
So it's funny what the last guy said. Well, the previous guy said about your blood pressure. Don't worry about it. I used to be. I think I got divorced because of the Jets. Because the 1-15 season, I kicked over my coffee table in the living room and shit. And about 2 weeks later, I was served with papers. So
wow, there has to be a connection. Yeah, there was Coach. I think.
Well, there were a lot of connections. There were a lot of other things, but that might have been the straw that broke the camel's back.
Okay, so blame Coach, that bastard.
Oh, I threw a screwdriver at somebody supposedly, and I got fired at my job at the same time. It was a rough time, that 1-15 season.
Again, they should have understood. Rich Kotite does that to a lot of people. I could understand. I would have been more, if I was your boss, I would have been more understanding. But
no, he was a dick. But anyway, I remember we had just gotten our head coach. I think he won 5 games the previous season. Who's the coach of the fucking Seahawks right now?
Pete Carroll. Well, not anymore,
Carroll,
but
right,
Pete
yeah,
Carroll.
right.
Yeah, he was. Yes, right.
I loved him.
Mm-hmm.
He had so much energy and stuff, and they fired him because apparently Kotite was going out with Leon Hess's daughter.
Whoa! Oh, I never heard
Did you
that
know
story.
That? No,
I did
it's
not hear
true. It was
What the
pure
hell?
nepotism. And how did that work out?
No, not great. Not great, Bob. Not great.
No, it doesn't work out good. By the way, have you talked to Bobby recently?
Yeah, he called into the show yesterday. He was first off the bat with the Hop on Pop show. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta call into his show eventually. Just check it out.
It's an experience.
I hear it's a meandering journey through everything and life.
Yeah,
and some Jets and some football.
There might be. I was not there for that, but I called in and there was 9 people live all at the same time, and I was the 10th person that came in. And I called in once, and boy, the topics of conversation were wide and vast.
Everything
it's a journey
from pizza to soup and
yeah. Yeah, there might have been a strip
funny.
club somewhere in there, but you know what? It's a journey, and you got to check it off the bucket list. It should be on everyone's bucket list, quite frankly. So the Bobby Woodruff Show, you guys can look that up. Yeah,
he's an interesting cat.
That's true. Yeah, it's unique, which again, I love it. I'm going to be meeting him for the first time. I have no idea what my expectations should be for that meeting, which will happen for Jets Patriot. I have no idea what to expect.
So these next few days and weeks are going to be very weird here until camp actually starts.
Which is, so we are 9 days away from players reporting. Technically, the rookies report in 4 days. So the rookies show up first for a few days before, but it's 9 days for everyone else, the veterans. And then we're 10 days away from the first practice. 10 days from today is the first Jets training camp practice. Absolutely. It's right there.
That is great. That is really great. I know it's probably too late this year, but I hope someone will tell the coaches there that do a couple of days over in Uniondale
100%.
at the campus.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I was telling you the last time, it was a blast. They had it set up nicely for the kids, and that was the best part. It was very kid friendly with the bouncy houses and all that other stuff. They had a lot of little things for the kids.
Yeah, it's probably too late for this year, but I do hope for the future, near future, again, anytime they've done that or Cortland or any of them in the extracurricular levels to, the Atlantic Health facilities. I hope they do because it's so cool. It's good bonding for the team. It's awesome for the fans.
It's good for the fans, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not easy for people from Suffolk County, Long Island to drive all the way through to the bridge and then go over the bridge and all that just for, practice. But, if they do one in Uniondale at Hofstra, then you're going to get all the Long Island people are going to go there, and they will show up. I promise you. And Matt and Richie will be there.
For sure. Yeah. I'd love to see it.
All right. Anyway, it's a Saturday. You probably have a bigger than normal show. So I will go and have a good one.
Thank you, EZ. I appreciate it. It's actually Sunday, but yes, it is the weekend. I do appreciate that. Yeah. Fun show it is. A fun show it has been. Very passionate, but I will we don't have a new membership, but we do have one from the other day. And anytime you guys mention it, I got to show a little bit of love. Terrence Hill. The comment disappeared. Here it is. Bobby gifted me my membership. So let's pour one out for Bobby. Bobby, who, again, you guys can buy memberships yourself if you'd like to join the Boy Green Coffee Club. You should see it available on your screen. There's a little join button or a money sign that allows you to join. You can buy it for yourself or gift it to others, and feel free. I'd love to play those chimes even more often. So the more memberships you get, the more chimes, and plus the more emojis, which let me give that a quick shout out. Again, shout out to Snowball. He's in Italy right now, and he has spent time making these emojis for the show, which is crazy. And we've got Elroy, which are available for all the members. So Elroy, which was the nickname I could have, should have, would have had if I didn't get Boy Green. There's a whole story to that. I'll have to tell that like once a year or something. But this is an ode to that. Boy Green, when I was on the Twitter documentary series, the Jets brought me in the side room. We took a lot of professional photo shots. I said, can you give us some different poses? I'm like, sure. And I was like, and there's a bunch of them. Maybe we'll add more as time goes on. Zoinks, I just have weird vernacular, weird words we all say. We got the Brian Banana, gosh darn bananas, a little bit of a tip to the cap to that. The Boy Green coffee mug, you guys can use that emoji. Rich Eisen phone, I'll never let that down. I do got to call Rich Eisen again this week. I want to play the win-loss game for the New York Jets and get on the show. That'd be a lot of fun to do it there. That's where they do it all the time for all the different games. So shout out forever to Rich. I love that show. He's a fellow Jets guy. Obviously, we've got the sweet, passionate lovemaking, which will never go down. That was after the Chargers game. I was able to make sweet, passionate love to my fiance. It was spectacular. The game was not. They lost like 24-7, but she made me feel better after the game. God bless America. And, of course, Snowball, who made all this possible. Shout out to Snowball. Salute wherever you are in Italy. I think I actually have a friend. Today's Sunday. He must already be in Italy. Part of the Syracuse Mets broadcast team, Evan Stockton. He's going to Italy for a trip. They have the minor league all-star break next week. And Evan Stockton is my boy is going back to Italy, so he might run into Snowball while he's there, and he's going to be there for like the next 2 weeks. I think they looked it up. It's 6 hours ahead, so it's like 8 in the morning right now. It's whatever it is, like 2 o'clock for them right now. So they're 6 hours ahead, I do believe I was told. So shout out to Snowball, wherever you are. Wait a second here. I see a membership, baby. All right, let's play the chime. Let's play the chime. Full volume. Let's roll. It's chime time. Yeah, baby. There we go. It's chime time. And congrats to David D., who was just gifted a membership by Jared Gashdarn B., who's our moderator, of course, in the chat, and a great supporter of the show. Thank you, Jared, for that membership. Again, another shout out to David D., who was just gifted a membership. You get a taste of the Boy Green Coffee Club for a month. And then after that, you'll get an email that gives you an opportunity to extend that and become a full-time member coming out. So, Jared B., God bless you, sir, of doing that in here. So, guys, let's keep it going. Let's play as many chimes as we can on this show. That'd be beautiful. Got 350 people in the room right friggin' now, baby. Yes, it's excellent. William says that should call the Rich Eisen show on this subject matter. Yeah, I actually will. You know what? I'll put it on the list and just say it. Yeah, that's a good one. So yeah, I will do that, William. That's a good point. Good point. It is some level of bias happening there. I don't know what it is, but we will do that. Darren says, I'm still looking for the BMAC over emoji. I've submitted that. We have that one. We have Chutzpah. There's a couple other ones I've submitted to Snowball, but again, he's busy in Italy, excuse me. But yeah, I have a lot of ones in the Hapa that are in his evaluation creation stage. I don't know how he makes these or how he does them, but he's in the lab somewhere. Hopefully he's enjoying plenty of Italy wine and the great foods and what. I don't know. I've never been to Italy, but hopefully he's enjoying all that. And if he gets a second, he can make them. That's fine. David says, haven't gone back to hear your monologue about the snub. Yeah, I yell a lot in the first 10 minutes or so. Can't wait for the false start laundry that Tyron Smith will get for jumping the gun a little bit before the snap. That wouldn't be called in Dallas. Yeah, he does have a great kickstart. You know, like when an offensive tackle kind of times it out really well and is able to kind of, kick start. But, people call different vernacular, different things. They kind of get a jump set and get a little ahead of the tackle. Yeah, he's got that down, man. That's just experience and some veteranese. He has a little bit to that. He's very good at that. Very, very good. Very good at that. Terrence Hill says let's play it for that. Terrence was gifted a membership by Bobby, but he said, I will definitely become a full-time fledged member, baby. We appreciate you, Terrence. Keeps the lights on over here. I appreciate that, brother. Gosh darn, love it. It's only $2.99 a month, but, it might seem like a very small contribution. It's a cup of coffee a month, but it helps support the show. It helps me keep the lights on. It helps me able to do all these shows. Again, we're live every single day at 7:30 in the morning, plus other shows, which will be coming up. Again, yes, I will have to announce this in the near future. I'm going to be doing a new weekly show on someone else's show, which will also stream over here. So that's going to be wonderful. That's coming up. Let me see. When's that first show? It's not this week. It's next week. So keep an eye out for it starting next week. It'll be the week of the 22nd. I'll be doing another brand new show weekly with a person I'm pretty sure you know. I'll leave it at that until we get any official announcements or things of that nature. But I've got that one. We've got the Boy Green Meets Woody show on Tuesdays, Thursdays at 3 o'clock. I've got the Connor show, which, by the way, I can't reveal. You ask what time for this? I can't reveal, but it'll be next week, later in the week. Friday. I'll just say that. Okay, you've gotten me to say a few more details. I'm like in a torture chamber. You're like, give me the answers. All right, Friday, like at 3 o'clock, something like that. Friday, 2 or 3 o'clock. I've given it to you. There you go. That's what it'll be, Phil. Not this Friday, next Friday. There you go. David Aaron says, having nothing to do with anything. You've been made an Asmaniac, by the way. Great. It's good to be there. And David, I love seeing the Asmaniac little logo there. Very nice. Yeah, I caved a little too quick. I'm going to be honest. If I would hope I'd be a little bit tougher in a torture situation. They go, Paul, give me the answers. I'm like, I'm not telling you crap. And then all of a sudden they go, all right, you can never watch the Jets again. Okay, fine. It's Friday, 3 o'clock. Ah, jeez. Yeah, so hopefully, again, I don't give up the cheese that easily, but we're neither here nor there, I suppose, on that front. All right, before any more gifting of memberships and things of that nature, feel free to keep those coming. Jared B. asked another question. Paul, 4 linebackers of the dream team. Since we played 4-3 and 3-4 of the years, we will do the pass rushers separately, and I appreciate that distinction, Jared B., because again, we're playing inside linebacker here specifically, and we'll keep the pass rushers in their own separate category. I think that's for the best. We have played multiple schemes over the years. Boy, this is going to be tough. I get 4, thankfully. Well, David Hitman Harris has to be on the list. One of the best of all time. I love David Harris. I hate how it ended. David Harris would absolutely have to be on the list. How could he not be on the list of the best Jets linebackers of all time? I love that man. He is 100% on my list. There's no other way to put it. God, this is where we get tough, man. The Jets have had a lot of really, really good linebackers in their history. I mean, they've just had a heck of a lot. So yeah, I'm putting David Harris on that list. Boy, that's tough. Okay, that's a pot. I'll just give you. So David Harris is official, but I'll just give you some other names. Obviously, Marvin Jones could be on that list. He could certainly be on that list. It could go Kyle Clifton. He could be on that list. Obviously, Larry Grant. Okay, wait. Okay, let's reset this. Okay. So we got David Harris. Mo Lewis. You got to go Mo Lewis. I know a lot of people are upset at Mo, the Tom Brady, Drew Bledsoe thing. It is what it is. But what he did with the Jets, 13 years, 91 to 2003. Mo Lewis obviously has to be on the list. So David Harris is on the list. Mo Lewis is on the list. Boy. See, Terrence says that. He's like, Mo Lewis was great until he started the Tom Brady era. Okay, so no matter what, David Harris and Mo Lewis are on that list. God, can one of the 2 current guys be on? Well, I got to put Larry Grantham. Let's put Grantham. He's an old school guy. I actually have shout out to Scooter from Jamesville. Okay. Scooter from Jamesville. I don't know. Oh yeah, it's right there in front of me. I'm pretty sure that's the frame. It's hiding behind something. But I got an autographed Larry Grantham picture. He's old school, baby. We're talking about 60, 70 range. He was with the Jets from 1960 through 1972. That even predated the Jets era. There was New York Titans. He's an original New York Titan. Played 175 games, 7th most in team history, 3rd most among linebackers, a member of the AFL Hall of Fame, 5-time All-Pro. Pro Bowler 5 times. I mean, Larry Grantham 1,000% has to be on the list. So let's go. We got Mo Lewis. We got David Hitman Harris. We've got Larry Grantham. He's 1,000% on the list. I like I have a lot of different eras here. It's just, I love Quincy and CJ Mosley. God, that's tough. Wow. Let's go. God, this is so difficult. Fudge cakes. Oh, God, we've had so many friggin' good linebackers. I'll go CJ Mosley. I know that's going to be a polarizing pick. But yes, so let's go David Harris, Mo Lewis, Larry Grantham, and CJ Mosley. Those are the 4. It's an impossible list. There are so many gosh darn linebackers. That's tough. And people were asking like Marty Lyons and stuff. He's on the defensive line, so we'll get to that at a different time. And John Abraham, Sean Ellis references, Terrence, we'll get to that at a different time. He's putting pass rushers in an entire bucket. And it's an absolute troll job, my father, Vernon Golston, which, by the way, I have that jersey in the closet, 5'6". I still wear it. Yeah, like, again, Hep brings up Bart Scott. Absolutely. That's another good one. Again, Scott, Jonathan Vilma, one I loved. He only played like 4 years for the Jets, but I love Vilma. Quincy Williams is good. I think a little too early. If he's already in the top 4, like, where else could he go? Thank you for the troll job, my father. And thank you to the 400 people in the room. But yeah, that's a list. We got so many superstars. So yeah, again, Mo Lewis, David Harris, Larry Grantham, C.J. Mosley, boom. And you get basically a representative of multiple eras. You get Mo, 90s, 2000s. You get Grantham, 60s, 70s. You get David Harris, who was, the back end. He got drafted at 2007, 2008 range and took us through like the 2015 era. And then you had C.J. Mosley, who's in the modern era as well. So, yeah, there's a lot of guys. Okay, Paul, 10 linebackers. That would be an easier list. That's funny. But thank you, everyone that joined the show today. It was awesome. Thank you for the new member. Appreciate that. That's awesome. Also, wait a second. I don't think there's any way to see that. Someone gave a super chat after we went off the air yesterday, and I feel terrible about that. I don't think – I'm going to try to see if I can find that real quick yesterday and answer that. So whoever you were, or if you just if you just know what your super chat was, I'm going to try to cut all the way to the end of the show here, see if I can see it in the chat. Because I do want to answer that. Let me try to answer that before I go. So let's go here. All right. As I'm signing off, let me just see if I could see that super chat coming in, then I can answer it. I won't be able to put it up on the screen. I'm sorry, whoever you were. But, yeah, let me see here. Yep, I'm doing some weird stuff here. Okay, let me see. As the show ends, let me see if the super chat pops in. Here it is. Okay, JR Jet. Yeah, I can't. Well, I could sort of put it on the screen. This is going to be very trippy because it's going to show something from yesterday. So I'm sorry for you. Let me see if I can get this up. It's going to look very ghetto, so I'm sorry in advance. Okay, it's right here on the bottom right of the screen. JR Jet. You put this in after the show already ended, but I do want to give you some love. You give a $4.99 super chat, which, by the way, we need our sounder for the super chat. Let me give that to you. Sorry I didn't get to this live during the show yesterday, but let me answer your quick question here, Jared Jett. I think adding Adams would be a mistake, an embarrassment of riches. There are already question marks about Hackett. Oh, you're talking about Devontae Adams. Okay, I thought he was talking about Jamal Adams at first, which, by the way, we're going to talk about that on a different show. An embarrassment of riches. I would just say this. A Buffalo Jet fan said this beautifully yesterday, and thank you for the super chat, JR. Again, I will give it to you one more time. Thank you so much for the super chat, buddy. Again, sorry we missed that yesterday. That was after we went off the air. But I would tell you that I would rather have the first world problem. Again, no matter what, with this Devontae Adams stuff, it's not happening before week 1. The only way it would happen is the trade deadline, and things would have to go wrong, not only for the Raiders to suck and the Jets to be good, but the Jets team, if all the wide receivers are doing great, would the Jets still do it? I don't know. Probably not. So you'd need like Mike Williams not to be as healthy, which none of us want. You'd need like Malachi Corley to not be developing as fast, none of us want, or Lazard sucking more and all that other jazz. So I would love the embarrassment of riches as a first world problem. Again, Buffalo Jet fan said this great on Twitter yesterday in response to someone, I think it was the Damian Woody ESPN people all having an issue with it. He said, I'd rather have too many weapons to throw to, and then like that's a problem for the Jets. Like, give me Devontae Adams, and I kind of agree. Like, I'd love to have too many guys, and then like, oh boy, we have too many guys to throw to, as opposed to not enough. So I would say that, Jared Chad. It would be a mistake right now because no one's going to do it. But good super chat. And yeah, a couple of quick shout outs. Quincy giving a kid $100 at his lemonade stand was absolute class act. So shout out Jared B for shouting that out. And then again, I just want to say this off the top. This is not a political show. I will never talk politics on the show or anything of that nature. But yesterday, boy, Trump getting shot at and bleeding and everything all over the place. Let's just come on, people. Let's have a more peaceful world where we're not trying to kill people or shoot at people. That's just kind of it. Again, I don't want to talk politics. I never will on this show. You can root for whoever the hell you want to root for. I root for the green team, the Jets. That's who I root for. But let's try to minimize the violence in the world on the gunfire, please and thank you. Very scary. Very scary. Luckily, my daughter's not old enough to realize what any of that means yet, and I'm not ready to have that chat with her. So, people, let's just all wish each other good love and everything else, and hopefully Trump and all that, his family and everything are all good, because, like, that's scary. And the families, it could have been shot as well. I have no idea the magnitude of how the health statuses of all those people. That's the thing I care about. So, shout out to all that to end the show. Love each other. And one more time. God bless everybody, and shout out to David. David's local soccer team is green too. They've got good taste. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow morning for Boy Green Daily. Enjoy your Sunday. God bless everybody.